The Kremlin plans to install a prime minister in Ukraine who is favorable to Russia. This is reported by the British Foreign Office. It also got information about attack plans. And so this is quite a strong one, I must say, in this video. Russia has massed more than 120,000 soldiers on the border with Ukraine. Ukraine and the West fear an invasion there. The Kremlin rejects this accusation but makes extensive demands on the NATO countries. And since last week, there have been meetings between representatives of NATO and Russia, which have so far brought no result though. The British government now has accused Russia of wanting to put a pro-Russian leader in power in Ukraine. We have information that suggests that the Russian government is trying to install a pro-Russian leader in Kiev, said the British Foreign Office on Saturday. And they say Moscow is also considering occupying Ukraine. The statement from the British Foreign Office names other names such as Sergei Abuzov, Deputy Prime Minister from 2012 to 2014, and then Interim Prime Minister Andrei Kluyev, former head of the Presidential Office of ex-Prime Minister Viktor Yanukovych, and Volodymyr Sivkovich, former assistant to the National Security Council and of the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, and Mykola Azarov, Prime Minister of Ukraine from 2010 to 2014. Some of them are in contact with Russian intelligence officials who are currently involved in planning an attack on Ukraine, the Foreign Office said in London. Well, the US government says the UK government's allegations are deeply disturbing. This type of conspiracy is deeply disturbing, the Washington White House said on Saturday. The Ukrainian people have the sovereign right to determine their own future, said US National Security Council spokeswoman Emily Horn. The United States stands on the side of the democratically elected partners in Ukraine. Well, the Russian Foreign Ministry has dismissed the allegations as targeted misinformation. The disinformation spread by the British Foreign Office is another sign that it is the NATO members led by the Anglo-Saxon nations who are escalating tensions over Ukraine, the ministry said on Twitter on Sunday. We call on the State Department to stop the spread of nonsense, they said also. Well, the nonsense spread, I know. Okay. The American embassy in Kiev announced on Twitter on Saturday night that several tons of material for the Ukrainian armed forces had arrived in the country. In total, President Joe Biden sent 110 tons, including ammunition for the defenders on the front lines in Ukraine. The shipment and $2.7 billion in aid since 2014 is a sign that the US is ready to help Ukraine and strengthen its defenses in the face of mounting Russian aggression. And in the view of the Ukraine crisis, the Federal Foreign Office here in Germany is currently taking no measures to reduce embassy staff or retrieve their family members. We are closely monitoring the security situation for the staff at our diplomatic missions in Ukraine, and we are also in close contact with our partners in the EU and at international level, the Foreign Office said on Saturday. The media had previously reported that the Federal Foreign Office was working on an evacuation plan for the relatives of the German embassy employees in Ukraine. These should be taken out of the country if the situation deteriorates further. The US government was also initially cautious. Washington on Saturday dismissed reports that families of embassy staff in Ukraine were being instructed to begin evacuating today. We have nothing to announce at this time, the US State Department said. And it is a quite tense situation at the moment. And our Chancellor took the backing from his party that all possible sanctions are on the table in the event of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that has to be, even Nord Stream 2, of course. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.